Well, hello there. Welcome to Jerkin' Around. As you can see, I just topped off a sample of beer. Most folks, when they finish with a beer tasting, they have a cracker to cleanse the palate, or maybe a piece of cheese if they're hungry. Not the Old Growler. No, sir. I bring out the old beef jerky. Why do I bring out beef jerky? Well, to be quite frank, I learned a little trick when I was working for a beverage media magazine. I was doing wine tastings for them, and the vintners would always put out a little bit of cheese to go with their wines for the tastings. And I was wondering about that, so one time when the tasting came along, I skewed the cheese and just tried the wine, to taste the wine. And well, I tell you, my ratings for the wine was a lot different than my compatriots that had the cheese to go with it. Why? Because cheese, a little bit of cheese, can make a so-so wine taste really good, and a good wine just tastes great. So I figured I'd try the same thing with a little bit of beef jerky and beer, and son of a gun, it's the same type of thing. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss, especially when it goes into the fruit beers. Okay, beef and fruit don't get along together sometimes, but beef and a regular lager, well, they do. And as you can see, the lager we've done today is, I'll turn it around for folks in America. There's your Michelob Ultra. Your Michelob Ultra. It's a light beer. It's just well, it doesn't have much flavor to it. In fact, I had to give it a 3 because in the tasting notes are right up there. It's incredibly light. There's nothing to it. It's exactly what it says it is. 4.5% alcohol by volume, and just the lightest beer you can drink. And if you think you're trying to save calories, well, forget it. And you're still going to get some calories and carbohydrates. So as far as being a healthy beer, forget it. It's just plain, light, frothy, effervescent stuff. However, let's see what happens when it gets together with a little beef jerky. It's going to be a hit or a miss. Here we go. Whoa, I love that beefy flavor. Intense. A little bit of salt on there. Touch of smoke. Here we go. Whoa. Yeah, it doesn't do anything for the beer, but it certainly brings out the flavor of that beef. Whoa. It lightens up the saltiness to it, adds that intensity, and brings out a little bit of smoke. Well, that's a pleasant surprise. Next time I get caught having to drink this, I'll bring along my beef jerky. That's for sure, because is it a hit or a miss? This is definitely a hit. If you enjoyed this presentation, please click on the subscribe button and the bell. That way you won't miss any of our presentations. A thumbs up would be great, share us with your friends, and a comment would be really appreciated. I'm Pete LaFrance, the Old Growler, looking forward to seeing you next time when we're just jerking around.